I think the boys and the relationships I've created here with them, the coaches and just everyone involved, to be honest. I think the amount the club's been able to do and come up with off field for my family, my partner and I guess me as well has just been astronomical, to be honest, and I never thought I'd be valued this much at a club and I can't be thankful enough.
Clearly there was some interest from clubs back home. How tempting was it?
Yeah, I mean, it was huge. I mean, I think as like anyone going through this process, they'd always have that pull, and there was a big part of me that kind of did want to go back, but then I think the part of me that wanted to stay here was even bigger, and I think that overweighed in the end, and I'm very excited and happy about my decision.
Chad, can you tell us if there was a certain point where it swayed? Because we've heard the commentary over the last 12 months that, no, you're already gone, you were back in Perth already, we saw the house, all that sort of commentary that got brought up. Was there a moment that convinced you to stay here?
Yeah, I think along the whole way, as I've always said, the whole time I was pretty 50-50, to be honest, and then I think when we kind of went back, played Freo, and I had about a week there in Perth. I think when I came back here, that was the moment, and I came back and told the club that, I want to go ahead with it and start working on it with them. And I think from there, it took a little while, but we got there in the end.
That was a pretty special win against Freo. We saw the jumper pull, we saw you jumping into Coxys' arms. So it wasn't before that, it was after that it kind of cemented it into your mind?
Yeah, I think kind of before that, I was probably leaning this way, but I think, that game and then being back in Perth and then coming back here really cemented it, and that gave me the go-ahead.
Did Coxie or Tom Harley have to take you out to a dinner to hash out details? Did they try and treat you somewhere nice for it, or how did that
we went to dinner earlier in the year, but we haven't recently. I'll have to tell him to get his credit card out again, though.
Have you told the boys? How did they all react to it?
Yeah, I think Leon actually sent out a message before, but I told a couple of boys, told Errol first, and he gave me a nice FaceTime, and he was very proud. I think I'm so proud of, I guess, where both of us are too as well in our careers, and to be able to have such a great friendship, that's something I'll hold forever too. And I think, like you said, a lot of the boys were sending me a few messages, which is really nice to see as well.
And 2 more years with your brother, what does that mean?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, to have something so rare happen and to both be so valued at a club is such a special thing, and I think Mum and Dad are pretty happy about it too, to be together, and hopefully a few more pre-season fights to come.
Just on that 2 years, what made you go, yep, I'm happy to sign for this long?
I guess the value that the club has shown that they have in me as well, and the relationships I've created with the boys here, and I think just how great Sydney is, to be honest. I think I've really settled here well. My partner's settled here really well now, with a lot of help from the club too, and I think that has allowed me to want to stay here for another 2 years and see what happens after that.
Would you want to stay any longer than 2?
Oh, I mean, you never know. I think you could get to that point and something else might happen, but I think for now the 2 years is definitely what I'm very happy to do, and I'll probably get to that point, and you never know, it might happen again.
Is there an aspect of the 2 years as well that obviously free agency, challenging yourself to kind of see the type of footballer you can become until the end of 2027, to kind of give yourself a level to go, okay, let's see how far I can go, get even better? Yeah,
definitely. I think having 2 years gives you a great amount of time to, I guess, know where you're going to be and know where your future's going to be for at least the time being. It gives you enough time to develop even more as a footballer, and I guess even develop your mind more to what you want to do in the future too. And like you said, I think it gives you great options either way. But playing footy here is probably the best thing about the 2 years anyway.
On the 2 WA clubs, what were the conversations like with them, and how hard were they trying to get you across the Nullarbor to get back home?
Yeah, I mean, we obviously had a lot of conversations with my manager over there, myself, and them. But I think the reality is a lot of it was behind closed doors, and we keep that to ourselves. But I guess, to be honest, there was a big pull though, and I'm not really shying away from that. And there was a lot of me that kind of did consider it, but in the end, I guess this was bigger for me than any of those, to be honest.
Did Coxie have to up his golf game? I know the West Coast golf game kind of got spoken about a bit.
Yeah, well, I was actually saying I wouldn't mind playing again because he actually beat me last time. Coxie did, but I think he drives the ball a long way, and I might have to play him again this weekend, hopefully.
You talk about the boys and them being a really big pull of the reason you want to stay here. Obviously, hasn't been the start quite to the season that you guys wanted after last year, but what do you think this group can achieve, especially in kind of the next 2.5 seasons that you'll certainly be here? Yeah,
I think this team can achieve more than any other team in the comp can, to be honest. I have so much confidence in us, and I think, to be honest, the list and how good our list is probably a big reason I did sign here too. I think we have some of the best culture and probably the best team in the comp, to be honest, and when we're firing, I think we can do anything.
What about Coxie himself and his influence? How big was that in you staying?
Yeah, huge. He's just such a, I guess, really connective, relationship built person, and I think the whole time since I've been in Sydney, have created a really great relationship along the years. And to be honest, the way he's handled this, the way Leon's handled this situation as well, has been really pivotal in me staying, I think, as well. They've always been really supportive and really understanding that, I guess, going home and whatever you want to do is actually a big pull. And they've been really, I guess, understanding of that and not putting too much pressure on it, but as well showing how much they want you to stay as well.
What about living in Sydney, like off the field? What do you like about it?
I think it's great, just the lifestyle, to be honest. I think the beaches, obviously, the weather. I think having a lot of nice restaurants here that you can go and try out. I think all of us boys love doing that a fair bit too. And the golf courses, that's probably the main thing. A lot better golf courses over here as well.
What does it kind of say that, I mean, we saw the 5 kind of high-profile guys re-sign last year. Now you've re-signed as well. Everyone kind of thought, no, there's no way the Swans can keep all of you guys. The fact that you've all re-signed, you've all bought in, what do you think that says about the culture?
Yeah, it's a great point. I think to be able to have that many players sign shows how much, I guess, the boys want to be with each other. And I think it shows what the higher end of the club, the CEOs, the coaches, it shows how much, I guess, we value them too. Because I think at the end of the day, everyone wouldn't want to be here if they didn't like the people above them. So I think it just goes to show how every aspect of the club, like I said up there, physios, even media, everyone. I think it shows how much everyone wants to be a part of them.
Did you have a lot of them kind of in your ear trying to chirp and a little bit and go, come on, get it over the line, get this done?
To be honest, they didn't. Not really kind of pushing at it a lot. They were just real supportive. Everyone was really supportive of the situation I was in and I guess the options that I had. And no one kind of ever tried to push you one way or the other. They were always just there to have a chat, always there if I needed help. And at the end of the day, they wanted me to do what was best for me. And this is what's best for me.
There's always a lot of talk about when a contract's hanging over the head, it can be a bit of pressure on the field. How did you feel playing kind of the last few weeks? And do you think you'll feel any freer as a result, or do you think it really hasn't impacted you much at all?
Yeah, I don't know. I think the last couple of weeks, like I said, coming back from Perth, I think I used the contract as a massive motivator kind of at the start of the season. And yeah, I think coming back from Perth, not having as much of that noise, and I guess deciding what I wanted to do. I think maybe the last couple of games has affected me in that way, not having the motivation as much. But I think now it's good we can put that to bed and I guess just play footy and win from here.